Hello YouTube, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to Final Fantasy XII, and today we're going to be showing you how you can get the Yagyu Darkblade, a very powerful two-handed ninja sword with a dark element attached to it, and a lot of Final Fantasy players want to get their hands on it, which is why I'm going to show you in this video how you can manipulate the RNG using Reks to guarantee the chest spawn and the item inside. Let's get started. As with all of the Reks manipulation RNG chests, you'll probably just want to spend a minute or so in the area just clearing out some of the enemies. Now they can respawn when you reload your autosave, so there's not a whole lot you can do about the fact that some of them are going to come back, these enemies, and you'll be able to kill them with the Phoenix Down Nihopalaoa trick, but it does help just to try and clear them off, and then hopefully you know, you won't get as many enemies to have to wade through, because if you do get attacked after loading your autosave, then that's going to contribute to messing up the RNG completely and making you have to start again. So it does help and make life easier if you can just spend a minute or two just clearing out the area. Okay, so we're going to head back over into the older Lane East Road. Just be careful of the traps here, because this is where we just need to set up our characters briefly before popping back into the area to get our autosave set up. And Fran is, as always for these videos, going to be our Nihopalaoa Phoenix Downer, so she's going to be the party leader. I'm just going to go ahead and set her up with that now. I mean, we could use Ash first, it doesn't really matter, in order to hit herself, which I'll talk about in a moment. Right, Ash is going to be attacker, so she's going to be attacking herself and curing. As always, you'll need one character that can attack themselves 0 points of damage when they don't have a weapon or shield equipped. So in my case, that's going to be Ash. And it does have to be 0 points of damage. If you get blocks or anything like that, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that Ash has a gambit set up to do that. And that character will also need to be able to cast the first cure spell. That's just the original cure, not cure, cure guard, anything like that. Just cure. Doesn't matter what values it gives, as long as they can cast it. And I'm also giving Ash the diamond armlet, which you will need somebody with the diamond armlet to open the chest once we've loaded. And as always, make sure none of your characters in the active party have ribbons or buffs or debuffs or anything that's going to affect the RNG. And yes, ribbon does give regen, which a lot of people don't realise because it's not actually part of the descriptive text. But in the Zodiac age, that is something that it does do. So I think we're all set up here. I'm pretty much good to go from the last chest that we've manipulated. And as I said, you want to enter from this particular area here. The chest is located roughly in the middle of this zone. So we're going to create an autosave at this point, and then we're going to go ahead and quit out of the game completely so that we can get the RNG back to 0, and then use Reks to manipulate it to where we want it. So pretty much same old stuff here. So the Reks values that you're after for the Yagyu Darkblade with Reks are, the cure values, sorry, are 96, 87 and 93. So as always, you'll need to get that sequence of cure in that particular order in order to go ahead and force the chest to spawn. So if you don't have a Reks save, if you don't know what I'm talking about, as always, I'll put a link in the description to my Sight and Grat video, which explains that to you, shows you how to make this save file, and once you've got it for you know, every other chest that you need to manipulate the RNG on then in the future as well. So it is worth making, in my opinion. And in fact, even if you start a new game, as I've done with my week mode playthrough, we can still use this Reks file to manipulate the RNG on that particular playthrough as well. Okay, so I'll just go over the cure values once more. We're looking for 96, 87, 93, in that order. I'll be right back with you. So there's 96, but that's not 87, so I'm still looking for the whole sequence. You can use the blue save crystal, as always, to regen your MP. Just do not use it to save, or that's going to mess up your RNG. Can take a few minutes. Okay guys, so just to explain to you why this works, the values in Final Fantasy XII are not truly random. So for example, my healing value here is 93, and I am recording this live, by the way, as I'm doing this. So I can predict that the next healing value is going to be 96. So let's just try this now. There we go, 96, and the next one will be 90. You see? It's not random at all. And the next one will be 92. Sorry, beg your pardon, 97, then 90, then 92. Just jumped ahead a bit. 90, then 92. Okay. And now we're going to have our sequence come up, which is 96, 87, 93. That's 96, 87, 93. There we go, 96, 87, and then 93. Yeah, there we go. So once we've got the sequence, I'm going to go ahead and quit back to the title screen. We're not going to go ahead and quit out of the game completely, or that'll reset the RNG. Load up the Cerobi step. Autosave. Has to be the autosave we created. And we're going to go ahead and just make our way over to where the chest should be. So I'm not going to open any other chests on the way, or that's going to mess up our values that we've just created with Reks here. And what we're going to do is just use Fran. I did clear out those enemies as I showed you, but we can get a couple of respawns, but as you can see, it's not too shabby at all. I'm not using lever, so just do not go through those two windmills there in the middle of them. There's a bunch of traps that you'll obviously not want to hit, because that's going to mess up. If you do hit a trap, then you'll need to restart because your RNGs are going to have changed. So there's the chest. Spawn just on schedule as we expect. And, oh, I might just go ahead and kill this guy up here, because we're going to have to do some RNG manipulation now with Ash, just to make sure that the chest itself does have the item we want. And we don't want to get hit, so that's going to mess up the RNG. There we go. You can loot the monsters, by the way, if you kill them with Phoenix down. That won't change anything. So we're going to go over to Ash. I am also just going to keep an eye out on the mini-map here. And we're going to go ahead and just turn Gambits on. And we're going to attack ourselves with Ash now 24 times. If you get a combo, that counts as 1, but 24 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to turn Gambits off for the last one here. 24. And now what we're going to do is cast Cure on Ash 3 times. 1, 2, and finally 3. And now we should be able to loot the weapon. Hey, there we go, the Yagyu Darkblade, perfect. So just make sure you don't miscount those hits, as I almost did because the combo threw me off for a second, but the combo does only count as 1 hit. Okay, so when I say hit cell 24 times, combo is only 1. And you can actually go ahead and loot a couple of other chests in the area if you want to, with another combo before quitting out, before, you know, crossing over the border and changing your autosave file. And the other chests you can get are 75, 82 and 85. And I'll just tell you actually in a moment what they are. You can get the Renewing Morion, you can get the Aegis Shield, or you can get the Grand Bolts. So, for example, let's say we wanted the Grand Bolts. They're located right near the start. So, a bit of a bonus one for you, this one. I'm not going to come out of the game here. I am just going to be a little bit careful, though, of any enemies that might decide to pop up. Such as that one over there. Let's stay over to the left here. Try and avoid it. Okay, so you can't just open this chest, because even though it's spawned with a low spawn chance, it will probably just have a knot of rust. Unless we go ahead and manipulate the RNG again. But you can only do this if you've opened one chest already, or this manipulation won't work. What we're going to do is hit ourselves twice. I won't bother turning on Gambits for this. Excuse me. And then if we go ahead and you can do this on any second chest in this area that you want to, by the way. 2 hits and 1 cure. And then and go ahead and open it. And there's the Quiver of Grand Bolts, so a bit of a bonus for you. Alright then folks, well we got what we came for, I should say. So I hope this video has helped, and the Yagyu Darkblade should be yours for very little effort indeed, which is a lovely weapon as well. I'll just show it to you. I've already got Balthier using it. There we go, it's got the dark element attached, and it also has the Doom effect on hit, which isn't that useful, but hey, it's a nice bonus. But that's it from Fuzzfinger for today, guys, so thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy XII. Goodbye, and good luck.